this rainy, beautiful Sunday morning. Okay, today I have some interesting words. If you know me, besides all the accolades that the net bestowed upon me, I do some writing and stuff, and I say I'm not a teacher. All I can do is shine the light and point the way, but it's for you to learn and accept that what you resonate with. So today I'm going to be speaking about belief in your faith and embrace some of the world's greatest teachings, okay? And just what do I mean by that? You know, we just declared our principles, and again, this is a lesson that I've kind of written, so it's hard to present a lesson in a lecture. So I'm going to be jumping back and forth. We just declared one of the principles. Let me get myself together here. It's like the energy up here is like unbelievable. So let me start with what do I really mean about belief in your faith? Okay, we just declared one of the principles, and it states actually the first principle, we believe in infinite intelligence. Okay, is that really a concept for you, or does it hold true? Does it ring true in your heart? Okay, we state it, but how many of us really have, through our experiences, have felt the closeness of that divine spark within us? We declare it, we say it, but does it really ring true? Or are they just words, are they concepts? But does it really have the true meaning for you? Okay? Again, is it a faith or is it a belief? Because those two words, although we may think mean the same thing, they really are not. You can believe something, but you don't have to have faith in what you believe, and vice versa. So, you know, stating something doesn't necessarily make it true, especially for you if you don't resonate. When I was sitting during the healing service, I'm looking at all the angels and stuff. I'm not an angel person. By no means am I saying that angels don't exist, because sometimes when we're facing a really difficult challenge and we, you know, reach out to God, and He may send us an angel to help us with whatever the challenge is. So I'm not denying that aspect, but I don't resonate with angels from that aspect, okay? Not that I haven't experienced their help and their guidance. I'm more drawn to spirit, which is what we all are. Because we're all energy, we're that divine spark of the infinite. So that's what draws to me, okay? And what I may say, you may resonate with or you may not. And, you know, if you don't resonate with what I'm saying, I have a saying, put it on the shelf, because you never know when you can use it. When that aha moment came in, oh, I served, okay? So, you know, just listen with an open mind, an open heart. If you resonate with it, of course, you know, you take it to be true. If you resonate with it, you will not only take it to be true, you will research on your own. You'll take it one step further. And that's where true wisdom comes in. Because we can hear words, we can have books, but, oh, this is nice. But until we actually put what we learn into practice, then that's when it becomes wisdom. Because there's a lot of knowledge in here. But again, if we don't go back every now and then to really research, well, what does infinite intelligence really mean? Okay? That's when you're applying what we just finished affirming. And so we need to, in this life, really pay attention to what we believe to be as true and what we hold to be as our faith in that truth. That's just a little explanation. Then we go on to, again, diverting from my little prepared lecture as Spirit would have it. The other principle that I want to bring to your attention is, get myself together here, because it all has to do, we did the first one. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing these up is because, you know, you were brought to church today for whatever reason. I've stated this once before. What brought you to church today? What is it about coming to this spiritualist church that you're drawn to? We recite our principles, we do healing service, but really, what brings you to church? Okay, sometimes we're so involved in life that we're really not living. Life should be a flow. Okay, so we can either, like I said, all I can do is shine the light, and it's for you to follow the path that you so choose to. And what I mean by that is I'm saying this is lighting the path, showing you the way, which is clear with less obstacles, or you can choose your own way, walking not so bright and stumbling and whatever the challenges may be on that road. Not that one path is easier than the other. If you choose to walk the more difficult path, learning through your own experiences, then that's your way of learning. Or you can learn from other people's experience and walk in the light. Oh, that person walked there and he stumbled and all of this stuff, and so let me walk the other way, which is perhaps, less obstructed, okay? There is no right or wrong, okay? And I've said this before in some of my previous lecture. The day is 24 hours, okay? And I can be having the most, glorious day, and somebody who's struggling, that day's not so good for them. Oh, this is not such a good day. There is no right or wrong. It's how you perceive, how you engage in life. Okay? Some of us, like to play unconsciously the victim role. Okay? And what do I mean by that? Does life happen to you, or does life happen for you? Okay? If you think life happens to you, that you're always struggling, you're always, don't have enough means, and, all life challenges seems harder for you, then you will see life as happening to you. You will see it as the victim. Why me? Why does this happen to me? Instead of taking responsibility and saying, okay, what have I done to bring these things into my life? Okay? Life is not difficult. We make life difficult. Okay? God did not intend this for us to come in here and suffer, yet we suffer because of our own. The Buddhist teaching is that some of our sufferings is because we're always craving, we always want. And no matter how much we have, it's never, ever enough. And more so in these modern times, when there are so many billionaires. Even with their billions, 1 billion is not enough, 2 billion is not enough, 5 billion is not enough. Now there's even a trillionaire. Never, ever enough. And if you went to the movies and saw the greatest with Hugh Jackman, okay? What was that song? Never, ever enough. Okay? Not all the stars in the sky are enough. Never, ever enough. And that is a form of craving. Unsatisfactory. No matter what we get, it doesn't satisfy. What is it not satisfying? We're always seeking beyond ourselves when everything's already within us. We're always looking out there, giving our power away because it's the doctor that heals. The doctor does not heal you. If you have a broken arm, he'll set it, but he doesn't heal. The arm heals itself. We heal ourselves, but we look outside because, again, one of the traps that we have is helplessness. Oh, please help me because I can't do. Can't does not exist. Either you don't want to, because you don't want to put the effort into helping yourself, because God said, He's willing to help those that are willing to help themselves. And I'm a true believer that I'm not going to waste my time or energy on someone that's not willing to do for themselves. Because first has to come the acknowledgement of whatever you're experiencing and accepting it so that you can change it and move forward. Is it true or not? But if it's, oh, please help because I can't do, no. You can do, again, and I'll quote it, getting back to my little lecture. Jesus was quoted as saying, if you believe, all things are possible to him who believes. Okay? If you believe, okay, and more so beyond belief, if you will, which is your throat chakra, and this is where the two, the faith and belief and the teachings, because no one religion has all the truths. So we need to embrace some of the teachings, I'm not saying the religion, some of the teachings that's been handed out to us through history. Okay? Like the Buddhist quote that I quoted you, we suffer because of our cravings. You're always wanting. Okay? So if you believe, but more so than believe, I will do, if you put that intention that you will do, there's very little chances that you're not going to do it. That's not going to happen. We have to put in the effort, just like when we go to work. At the end of the week, we get a paycheck. If you don't go to work, there is no paycheck. So just if you don't believe, if you don't put that effort to believe, like the first principle, believing in infinite intelligence. If we truly believe that infinite intelligence exists, then you should also believe in a divine spark of that source, that you too can create miracles for yourself. True or not, depending how you perceive it. Are they just empty words on a piece of paper that we declare and really has no value, no truth for us? Then we have to sit in the quiet. Because so many times we're always praying, especially when there's a need. Oh God, please, 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 please. But yet do we take time to sit and listen to the response? And yet, we will get the response when you face those hard challenges. It's telling you, okay, then you have to experience, like that old, saying, that joke, the man that was drowned and there was a flood, and no matter, and yet, oh, he'll save me. Yeah, okay. He sent you the police, he sent you everything, and you were waiting for him to physically come and save you. He gave you the means. Okay, and that's where true faith is. Believing in your faith, but not just believing. Searching the truth wherever it is found. There's a lot of truth that is within the spiritualist religion. That's it started, the Fox sisters, they had their challenges, their sufferings. All religions, but better than religions, all the teachings of the religions, because religion is just an institute. But it's the teachings, whether there's set the words of God, for those that follow the Christian religion. We as spiritualists believe in the communication with the so-called dead, people on the other side, affirming that there is something beyond this physical realm. How many of us truly believe that? Okay. A lot of us do, but do we take time to sit and communicate with those people, or do we depend on a medium to tell us, oh, so-and-so is working with you? And this, again, the guidance from Spirit, when you can do the same, sit in the quiet and make your own connection. Because religion should be a personal communication between you and God. Not what any religion, Bible, or lecture. It is a personal relationship that you have with God. A God of your own understanding. However you understand God to be. Whether it's infinite intelligence, Buddha, Bahama, whatever. It has to be a personal choice. And when it's a personal choice, then it should ring true to your heart. So once again, you can believe it, or you can have faith, or you can have both. Truly believe in that faith that you put the energy into, the understanding. Because life is continuous. But again, everything starts from within. Everything, again, is that, those of us that have some little understanding of life, that everything begins with the thought, the metaphysical part of it. Everything begins with the thought. But the thought is just a thought until we put it into action. So that's what drove you to be here today, to listen to whatever words I may be expressing. Once again, if you resonate with what I'm saying to be true for yourself, not because I'm stating it, because I have no authority. The only authority I have is over this, over this. And that I have very little authority. So it's how you perceive life to be for you. You can live life as a victim, because life happens to you. I posed that very question to my brother one time when President Trump was in office, and my brother, oh my God, everything Trump this and Trump that. And I said, Trump doesn't exist. In my reality, Trump does not exist. Just like we're sitting in this sanctuary, anything out there does not exist until you go out there and engage with it. And so I'd asked him, I said, does life happen to you or does life happen for you? Without even thinking, he said, life happens to me because he's the victim. Everywhere he goes, he gets into an argument because he's not at peace with himself. So it's everybody else. It's not him. He's the common thread in all the arguments, but he doesn't realize it. Everybody's against him. So life happens to him. He's the victim. But if you turn it around, you ask those people that he's always into argument with, they'll tell you a different story. Again, we make life. We make it hard for ourselves, so we make it easy. We can follow the light, and we can, by that I mean follow the teachings that are meant to make life easier, or we can struggle, walk in the dark. It's in the dark you will stumble. And that's why God said, let there be light. Let there be light, so that we can find our way through peace, through harmony, through being patient, but most importantly, to be grateful for the blessings that God disposes upon each and every one of us. And yet, how often do we take time to sit in gratitude, express gratitude for even just being able to take another breath in this physical world? Because this is temporary. Again, one of the teachings of the Buddha. We suffer because everything is impermanent. Our wants are impermanent. We want this today, tomorrow we want something different. And when we get that, we want something different. Life is not permanent. We're meant to be in the school of life for a short period of time. Whether it's 1 second or 1 lifetime. Impermanent. And that's where the cravings, the satisfaction, or dissatisfaction, we're never satisfied with what we have. But yet we will get to a point where enough is enough. Because the more things we accumulate, the more energy that goes into that, and gives us very little energy to live a life peacefully, because we have to worry about this, we have to worry. Again, the more stuff we have, the more chores you put on yourself. And yet we don't realize that. We always want more. Always craving for something better. How many, every year they comes out with a new cell phone. What was wrong with the one from the previous year? We may have more gadgets that we don't even need, but somebody thinks, oh, it's great because now you can take a bigger and better picture. And how often do we even look at those pictures anyway? But yet we need to have the latest phone, to keep up with the Joneses? And yet we don't know what challenges the Joneses are facing. They may give us a nice facade, but what's really inside? Again, always wanting. And not so much wanting, because we think it's better. Yet when we step on the other side where we think the sun is shining, and we're over there, oh no, the sun is over there, so we move to the other side. So the ping pong, back and forth. So I ask you again, and I think I know pretty well the answer of what brought you to church today. And again, not so much to listen to my words, but it's to share in the community of like-minded people. To sit in that vibration that we as human beings create. Look how peaceful it is. Either you're quiet because you're taking in what I've said, because in some way it's resonating with you. But just for a moment, I'm going to stop speaking, And just observe with the heart, not the eyes, the ears, and none of the other senses. Observe with the heart how peaceful and tranquil the sanctuary is. You can hear a pin drop. And in that silence is where you make connection with God, with that infinite intelligence, that creative force that gave life to each and every one of us and beyond. That's what we need to do more often, to sit in that silence and connect with that divine source that we recognize as infinite intelligence. That's where you will find the peace to find the challenges, to face the challenges that we do, that we bring upon ourselves. So when you find yourself amongst the chaos, stop, take a deep breath, and find that connection. Not so much to infinite intelligence, but that's already within. To find that inner peace within. And so I will leave you with these final words. One of the hymns. May God be with you till we meet again. On his love securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. Thank you.